wherever you reach us from. This is WinTV News Blog concerning the Obidate Channel TV, what Obi go do for us coming 2023 that we are now in February 25th, 2023. There are different sorts of questions that they ask this man. This man and his vice, they are very vibrant and okay for Nigeria. The question is now, are Nigerians ready to vote Obi? And the question they ask him concerning the CBN, how it's going to revive Nigeria economy and the CBN aspect and other particular agencies in government of Nigeria, how it's going to work in it, and how they called him a staging man during his tenure when he was in Anambra State. What is different that he's going to do now? Nigeria, February is at the corner. It's time for you to remove those old cargoes in Nigeria government. It's time for you people to do new things. I never see one day where they say Oyibo man or other foreigner, they look for Nigeria visa, as we Nigeria they look for their visa. Obi talk about how it must be possible that Nigeria will be treating themselves in Nigeria, and it's ready to bring constant electricity. Just let's try this man. He has done it before in Anambra State. Anambra State is a state that he started from the grassroots. His economy and his security was okay. A person that will be speaking and he will ask you to go and verify with confidence. Every figure that he's saying, he must tell you to go and verify. Not like other people that always, instead of them to tell Nigeria what they are going to do to salvage this 7.7 trillion debt, they are there yabbing each other. Gone are the days of election or political of yabbing. Now it is about how to salvage this issue. Nigeria is going down. Nigeria is going down. We need to change the narrative. Youth need to get up and change this narrative. Don't let somebody give you 5,000 naira, 2,000 naira, a cup of gari for another suffering for 8 years. Let us change this narrative. Change this narrative. Let us change it. It's not good. Let's look how Obi answers all these questions. After they are done, we'll come back and analyze this. Please, as you are listening to my program, like and share and comment on the comment section. It does not take any money for you to like and comment and share. Please help this platform. Child, bless you all.
The fiscal part of the economy, the policies of the CBN, who would you blame for that?
Well, I blame the physical side. You know, often at times we blame those who are working when we should blame those who are in charge. I had a situation in Nigeria that I say it very often. There was an agency in Nigeria that was, but this was about 20, 30 years ago. I was involved in a probe. They bought a house. This agency bought a property in United Kingdom. 400, that property is supposed to be 400,000 pounds. But this agency paid 2.4 million pounds. Because this is a property I know, and I knew where that environment, that there's no way a property can cost that much. Because, of course, it's not here that people can do anything. If you Google in London and say, property in this area, they showed me. So I decided I must see to the 8th. In the end, it was clear that there was a directive from a big man Who told the young person to pay that price and say that that is the price? So the question became, should we sack this person who, obviously for fear of his job, was doing what the young man said, or do we deal with the big man? Everybody said we deal with you. I said, no, you can't deal with him. He was just merely obeying orders. And in Nigeria, when you don't know where the next thing will come from, you probably do certain things that you ordinarily not do when you know where the next meal will come from. And when I confronted the man, he told me, he said, as I thought this man is giving him this order, his wife was, this happened to him, this happened to him. And if he doesn't obey, they're bundling him back. And then his children will start going to school. So as far as it's concerned, even if he wants 10 times that, he will do it. So I'm not holding fault for doing the wrong thing. But let's go to the source. That's why that he said, if you don't do the wrong thing, those below will not do it.
So, I mean,
and I've done it in another.
So if you win the election, the CBN structure as it is today, would you leave it or would you do something about it?
Don't worry what I'll do. The rest assured that I'll do the right thing.
All right. Quickly, because the manufacturer association is...
I'm not giving a different position to Mr. President in waiting. I'm only adding. You said who would he blame? We should blame the head. We should blame the president. That's what His Excellency Peter Obi has been saying. Hold us responsible for anything that happens. In the first 16 years of this democracy, they had the patience to award contracts, even if they were inflated, and be following up and be collecting. Here come the last 8 years of our democracy. They were so pressed for 12 years while they were looking for power. So pressed that they had no time to wait for the contracts to be awarded, if it is roads or bridges. They just wanted cash the next day. That aggravated the actions in CBN, the very, very wide gap that the doctor, economist spoke about. That also informed quick cash, like when there was COVID palliatives, that cash of billions had to go and be changed, and you know this cash is not being given into, it's directly converted into cash. So there became an error. I said an error, I didn't say government too. I'm not criticizing anybody. There came an era in which they became more and more impatient for quick cash. That was responsible largely for the very sharp increase. Well, you know, like I always say, we've been keeping the records. After the first wave of COVID, when government tried to soften the sit at home, go and study how the dollar jumped from 365 to 485. Find out what happened in Zone 4. Find out what happened to the BDCs all around. These things are there for anybody to verify. In summary, we have suffered the consequences of some people's burning desire to get rich quickly, and the easiest way was manipulation of exchange rate, which already Mr. President in waiting has already said they are going to be merged. No brainer. No brainer.
All right.
Why should people go into risks and long-term investments to make a tiny percentage of what families and friends of the powers that be will make between Wednesday and Saturday, when the CBN gives out exchange rate? And these are people who came out to say that everybody who ruled in Nigeria before them was a thief. They came out to be greater